Welcome to the LaGrange Boys Podcast. Join Toby, Sam, and Caleb as they compete weekly in the Capital District bowling scene.
Dad.
Yeah, buddy.
Stop talking so we can start the show.
Okay. The show starts
right now.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. This week, Sam and Caleb kick off their season at the Arterial Lanes in Gloversville with practice for the Junior and Bumper Leagues respectively, and Toby tackles week number 1 of the Tuesday Night Space League, also at Arterial Lanes. So let's kick things off with Toby's weekly review, and then Sammy's debut with, as he puts it, the big kids.
Hey everyone, I just finished up my night of bowling here Tuesday night at Arterial Lanes in the Space League. My first real night of team bowling in a long time. Team-wise, we won 3-1, which was good. My scores didn't really count for the team stuff because I don't have a USBC average yet, but I will next week. How did I bowl? Well, I bowled a 600, so it's not too bad, except for the fact that the first game was 247. And that 247 makes a 600 look not so great. But 247, 173, and 180 were my scores. I'll take that for the first week. Gives me a 200 average to build on. No excuses here other than I just misread the lanes. Started out with my Black Widow 2.0 hybrid. Lanes were really wet, really oily. I did pretty well at the beginning. Actually, really well in the first game, 247. And then after 3 or 4 frames in the second game, I made a switch over to my IQ. And the IQ just wasn't working. It wasn't hitting the pins good enough. So I switched back. By then, and again, not making excuses, my knee kind of went a little bit. I have a pretty bad knee, and that slowed me down. Did shoot 173 the second game, 180, the third game, as I said. To finish at 600, so I'll take it here for the first week. Next Tuesday night, back in action. I might only get 1 game in next Tuesday. I have a Little League Board of Directors meeting to go to first. We'll see how quickly I can get here from the meeting, so maybe I'll get 2 games in, but at least 1. Until then, well, we got the kids bowling this coming weekend, so I can't wait to see Caleb and Sam on the lanes for the first time this year in league competition. That's going to be fun, and their review is coming up next. Sammy, so how'd you do bowling today?
Good.
Did good?
Yeah.
What'd you learn today?
Slow down and keep eyes on the pins.
That's right. And today was practice week, right?
Yeah.
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
That's all that matters, right?
Yeah.
Next week we start for real.
Yeah.
We're still deciding if we're going to bowl on Sundays or not. That might be up in the air because of basketball, but you're definitely going to bowl on Saturdays. So
Yeah.
we're going to keep bowling here and see what happens when the Sunday League starts in October. We'll take it from then. But Sammy, you did good today, right?
Yeah.
And are you happy about bowling?
Yeah.
Or happy bowling's back, I should say?
Yeah.
All right.
This was practice week for Sammy. He did pretty well considering he hadn't picked up a bowling ball in about 5 weeks since the Adult Junior League over the summer ended at the Arterial Lanes. He's got some stuff to work on. We got to work on keeping his wrist straight and getting him to slow down as he goes up to the foul line, but nothing that we can't overcome. He's doing good, and we're both excited for the new season. We're not quite sure what's going to happen on Sundays yet, if he's going to bowl or not, but we'll make that decision when the first week of Sunday bowling at Perry Lanes happens in early October. Until then, we're just going to concentrate on Saturday mornings at Arterial Lanes and getting Sammy some more practice. Caleb did not bowl this past Saturday morning when the Arterial Lanes kicked off the Junior and the Bumper Leagues. We've decided that he's not going to bowl in the leagues this year. He is only 3 years old. We did think, though, that he would mature enough a little bit to be able to bowl in the leagues here this year, but he just hasn't, which is okay because, like I said, he is only 3 years old. We're going to take the winter and the summer, and we're going to practice with him whenever we take Sammy out to practice, and he's also going to play T-ball in Gloversville Little League this coming spring. So that's going to help him mature a little bit more, and then next fall he'll be able to bowl right alongside Sammy, or at least a few lanes down from Sammy, in the Bumpers division. Now, he's still going to be on this podcast whenever we do go practice. I'll have video of him. We'll talk about how he's maturing over the winter and summer months, and he'll still be a part of the LaGrange Boys Podcast this year and for years to come. That'll do it for this week's episode of the LaGrange Boys Podcast. Next week, Sammy's back in action with the first official week of the Junior League at the Arterial Lanes. I'll be in action on Tuesday night in the Space League at Arterial Lanes, at least for a game or two, as I do have to miss the beginning part of the league action because I do have a Little League board meeting, but I will be there at some point. Until next time, thank you again for joining us, and we'll see you next week. This has been a LaGrange Media Production.